Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel in the first place. Today we have an Atsumu ex-listener. It's Make Me by Captain Ciela on AO3. The link will be in the description. Go give them likes, kudos, and all of those things. And let's go ahead and get into it. He's your best friend you've been crushing on for years. You say years as if you've been crushing on him since you were a little child, but actually it's been only since high school. Of course, you've known him longer, but you've never seen him any way other than your best friend. You've been friends with Osamu as well, but it's so different when you're with Atsumu. They may be twins, looked identical, but you had quickly learned to tell them apart long before they dyed their hair. One thing is sure, you've always been closer to Atsumu than Osamu, though people often teased you about dating one of them. Any of them, since from far, you looked close to both of them, so close that you could have dated any of them and it would be a surprise to no one. But it's definitely Atsumu who robbed your heart. No offense to Osamu, but you found out your crush on Atsumu quite randomly, as if you woke up suddenly from a dream. It was so sudden when you realized it, and to be honest, you didn't crush on him. You knew you loved him more than a simple crush. When you hear the word crush, it sounds so lighthearted. It sounds like people making films to escape the boredom of their routine. Daydreaming about your crush, returning your feelings, holding your hands, kissing you, going on dates. Not that it's bad per se, but when you say to yourself you're crushing on him, it sounds off. You're envisioning something different. At least different than daydreaming about you dating him. And actually, you don't necessarily have to date him to be close to him and support him. It's okay if he doesn't have these kinds of feelings for you. You're not expecting him to love you back. If he does, you're lucky and life goes on as it always has been. Even if you will feel slightly strange to change the status of your relationship from the eyes of others. Sometimes, when you're both relaxing on the sofa after a study session, you're on your phones, scrolling through TikTok. You hate how much you are hooked on this app. You know it's designed to make you spend more time on it and profit them. Anyways, you share the funniest ones, and sometimes you stumble on various couple challenges. Kiss your best friend challenge, send a message confessing. Some couples shit, as you call them. Just by watching them, you smile and wish you were brave enough to try with Atsumu. But it's not about bravery. It just doesn't feel right for you to steal a kiss from him for the sake of a challenge. It sounds fun on the paper only. If he agreed, that would be a whole other question. He notices your silly smile and rests his head on your shoulders to see your screen. And the challenge is playing again as you didn't scroll yet. Kiss your best friend challenge, huh? He says with a mocking grin. I didn't know you were into that stuff. It was on my For You page, I can't help it. You try to justify yourself. You're not wrong after all. Would you do it? He asks in a more poised tone, rather seriously. Kiss my best friend? Yeah. Well, you start, trying to carefully choose your words. Part of you wants to try with him someday, and the other half of you is against the ethics of the challenge. Consent? I would if they agreed to. Even if in the answer, the surprise of the challenge doesn't exist anymore. And you? I would, definitely, he says firmly. Thank God you guys never acknowledge yourselves as best friends. You personally think of him as your best friend, but you don't know about him. It's not on not being best friends enough. There's no hierarchy of friends, and he just happens to be your best friend, as no one in your friend circle fits in your personal best friend definition. There's no number one best friend in your heart. It's always this complicated in your head. Who's your best friend? He asks with a curious grin. That's a difficult question, you say, trying to evade by reflex. You don't really want to confront yourself to your feelings now. And you? I won't tell you. Oh, so you're like that? You say with a fake disdainful tone. You didn't tell me, he whines, his head leaving your shoulder, resting on the sofa. Neither did you, you retort, putting your phone away. He glances at you with a grin, playful, thinking of something to make you speak. I dare you to kiss me. I'm sorry, what? You ask, hoping for a hearing hallucination. Kiss me, he repeats, lowering his voice, locking his gaze in yours, always with his small, lazy smile. His eyes tell otherwise. At least you interpret them this way. Make me, you dare him, mustering all of your courage to not be the first. You hate the idea of giving in to his expectations. Is it a yes or no? Yes, you reply. There's a weird eye contact. Longer than an eye contact, you stare at each other's eyes, silently persuading each other that they'll be the one to give in first. It doesn't take long for him to grab you by the neck and pull you in for a kiss. It's clumsy, it's maybe a bit shy and hesitant, but also daring at the same time. It's a strange first kiss, yet enjoyable. You're on top of him now, confused about what you should do after shyly returning his kiss. Only a small peck before you both grin. So I'm your best friend, you ask, knowing exactly the answer. You mean I'm your best friend? He repeats. He gives you a peck on the lips, stroking your cheeks, putting your hair away from your face. You capture his lips again, cupping his cheeks, his hands going on your waist. He's never touched you this way before. It confuses both of you. You should know that I like you more than you think, he whispers close to your ear. It almost makes you faint. Do you? Yes. Me too, you mumble, hugging him with your biggest smile. Unfortunately, he can't see it. Alright, so that's the end of this one. I hope you enjoyed. Music link, fanfic link, Discord link, and thumbnail art link will all be in the description. Go check those out. I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, whatever, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye!